I'm Ed Fletcher with the Sacramento Bee. Again, we're talking drought. In previous segments, we talked about lawns. Now we're going to talk about drip irrigation systems and adjusting as the seasons have moved on. With me again is Donna Dowson.
Hi, I'm Donna Dowson. I'm a local landscape designer here in Sacramento.
Some of them were planted after 2009. Some of them date back to 2009. Okay. It started out as more annuals, and then we've added some more perennials as we've gone along here. And I wanted to get your help adjusting and sort of talking about the water needs of a yard like this.
All right, sounds great. Why don't we hit the plants?
Great.
When we first put plant material in, it all needs to be watered pretty regularly, just to get established in the soil and get their root system going, regardless whether they're drought tolerant or not. So we've got some pretty drought tolerant plants here. We've got our Dusty Miller and we've got our lavender back here, and they're doing really well. They're probably getting ample enough water and can probably be dialed back now that they've been well established. They're several years old now, and we can reduce that amount we're watering regularly. A good rule of thumb is it's going to take some time to check it out. So you got to run your system, water it, and then stop and check the soil. And you want to make sure you're not oversaturating the soil, so you can kind of get your hand down in here, and when that starts to feel like we still have some fairly moist soil, so if you check, there we go, we've got lots of moist soil down in there, I can feel it. So give it a chance to almost dry out and then water it again. So it's going to take some managing, some checking into it, a little bit of investment time, so that you can establish a good watering time.
So it's better to check the soil rather than to try to just look at the leaves? And
Absolutely, because it's not so much the leaves, it's what's happening down in the ground that's water. Right? The water's being saturated into the ground and the root system is trying to pull it up. So if there's an ample enough amount of water, it's going to be really moist, your hand's going to go in, you're going to feel kind of this humus feeling. But if it's drying out, then it's time to water again. Okay, so on this plant, when it was first planted, it had a 1 gallon emitter put in. So what we're going to do is change it out for a ½ gallon emitter, because it doesn't need as much water. And we just pop this one out and switch it for the smaller. So it will get less water as time goes on, because it's well established. Another thing we can do is, as the plant gets larger, in the beginning we put our emitters right next to where we planted the plant, because the root system is right underneath it. But as time goes on, our root system actually grows out to the edges of where the plant material is. So if I've got plant material out here, most likely I have roots out here. So we can add a spaghetti line onto this that will snake the emitter out, further out to the root zone. And therefore it'll water the plant more efficiently.
This summer, we're learning how to be Water-Wise homeowners. See our other videos for more tips on how to reduce water use.